disrespected on first date? Ooh.
I'm not spending money on expensive first dates. Ain't doing it.
That is actually so true. There is, in my opinion, if it's a first date, just go out, sit in a park and talk. Because on a first date, you want to talk with the person. You want to meet the person. You want to share ideas and stuff. Like, you don't want to go to cinema and watch a movie on a first date. Like, you need to learn more about the person you are trying to date. Great boss. That's a W. That's a W.
Their idea of it is...
Let me turn on the volume.
Here, so why do you
I have my AC in the background, so sorry.
There? Whereas it's not like a have to, it's actually a get to be able to travel is a privilege. You actually have to have the means to do so.
And I love how you said that.
So it's a get to, you get to do it as opposed to having to do it. To say I have to is as if I'm sentencing you to go to Brazil.
To go.
And one of the biggest advantages to this new global society where, you know, because people have so much access to the internet and being able to see other places, see other countries, see other places that you can go outside the US, men are adapting. Men are now realizing that you're not confined to your neighborhood. You're not confined to your state. And for that matter, you're not confined to your country. And for those men out there who do have the resources and the access, they're understanding and realizing that if they don't like the options that they have here, they have the ability to access options other places. It's that simple.
Oh my God. I honestly have to pause for a second. My community knows it. Charles always says one sentence that we really dislike. It's something with guts. I'm not going to mention it. And they're betting in my chat right now that he is going to say it by the end of this video. There is actually channel point betting if you want to do that. Oh my God.
Younger girl, don't date older men. They're mad strict. One time I let this guy take me out to dinner, and after we ordered our food, I go to check my phone. I'm on my phone for like 30 seconds. He got up and left me at the restaurant because I was on my phone. He didn't even say anything either. He just quietly got up and left.
So now we all know that there are some women who choose to live in this alternate reality. So when I hear far-fetched stories like this, I'm sorry, but my intent is...
wait, before Charles shares his opinion, I want to share mine. I genuinely think there might be two reasons. Either this man is fed up with that phone thing. Maybe he actually just had a bad day or had something related to the same situation and he was done with it. Maybe he wasn't interested in her at all, and maybe the way or the attitude or the timing of her picking up the phone was not the greatest. Maybe she actually ignored him while reading something on the phone and then he didn't want to go through that. It was mad disrespectful. So I don't really, we cannot just judge by what she is saying here. And it doesn't mean that all older men are like that. You know, she cannot just say don't date older men because they're like that. It's an individual type of thing.
Automatically go up. And if you listen closely, she kind of tells you everything you need to know. Think about this from the man's perspective. From the standpoint of, if this guy took the time out of his day to actually go on a date with you, that means he had the clearest schedule and free himself up from any other opportunity that he had that night. So if he's gotten to a point where he's just literally getting up and walking out, it's not just because you were on the phone talking for 30 seconds. What was said in those 30 seconds? Was it a call? Were you texting? Was it actually really 30 seconds?
Exactly.
Or more like 5 minutes? That felt like 30 seconds. These are all things that should be taken into consideration.
Yeah.
I don't think I'll be making breaking news by making this assumption,
to
but
Did you ignore him?
He probably gave fair warning before he made his final exit towards the door.
True.
Whether it was on that date or maybe in prior conversations where he let it be known what he was about. Now, if you chose to ignore all that information or think that he really would not do those things, then that's on you for not believing him. Moral of the story is, a man who knows his value will never settle for less.
My boyfriend and I have been together for 5 years. During these 5 years, I adopted 4 cats.
Excuse me?
Yes, 4 cats.
You have 4 cats?
Yes. 2 stay with me, 2 at my mom's house. So he never liked cats. And he thinks that I spend too much time with my cats and too much money on my cats. Because on the weekends, I go to my mom's house and say 2 nights with her and my other cats. And then most nights at home, I'm on the couch with my cats. And so...
I mean, you literally are saying the problem. It's not just the cats. It's the fact that you're spending a lot of time, a lot of money on the cats, choosing to spend 2 nights away from him because of the cats.
And so recently he gave me this ultimatum. He said, look, you got to choose between me and your cats. Now, look, I love my boyfriend, but I love my cats. Those are my babies. Like, they're my kids. All right, so my question is, how can I get him to compromise with me and the cats to save our relationship?
This is really, like, got your relationship in trouble?
Yes, he wants to go. He's like, look, it's either me or the cats. He's done.
So he done put an ultimatum on you?
Yes, he sure did. He had the nerve.
Well, what'd you say?
He had some nerve.
He got some nerve.
Rumor is she's single with 30 cats to this day.
Oh my
He
God.
didn't like cats, but you instead decided to get 4. Is she even listening to herself? I mean, who could really take this seriously? She's literally putting herself on the fast track towards becoming the old cat lady on the block.
True.
I mean, it just goes to show she really did not take him or their relationship that seriously. The fact that she totally ignored his feelings and his thoughts on cats, she did not see him as someone.
Like, he doesn't like cats, and you get 4 of them, and you give them so much attention and everything. Come on, man. Did you not, like, have a conversation? Did you not communicate? You know, it's a thing where you, like, talk with someone about something, make decisions together. You're partners, after all.
Who she would want to have a future with. Because if you're actually dating with the intentions of being with someone who you could see yourself being in a long-term committed relationship with and potentially marrying, then you're not going to jeopardize that and do things that are going to be counterproductive towards that happening. And even the idea that it had to come down to him giving an ultimatum pretty much tells you everything you need to know about what she thinks about this relationship and the value she places on it. In life, the choices you decide to make are going to play the largest role in what your life looks like. And if you choose to just ignore a man's feelings because you're just concerned about yourself and what makes you happy, then don't be surprised if the outcome is you ending up all alone. Or, in this case, with your cats to keep you company.
Yeah, that's true. When you FaceTime for the first time after the filters. Oh, no. Oh,
Look,
no.
I don't need to hear this, but if you ask me what I'm doing and I'm telling you that I get my nails and feet done, the next follow-up to that should be how much?
I don't believe that there is any explanation for this right here.
The Philippines, Thailand, like women can. That
I
can
need to pause for 1 second. I am getting cats. Yes, my plan is to get 2 cats. But if ever my partner would be allergic to cats or doesn't like cats or something, I would have to compromise and figure out a thing. But also, it's different to be in a relationship and then decide to get cats without talking about it. And it's different to already have cats before meeting someone, okay?
speak very little English. Women that don't have education.
Girl, you're wrong.
Okay, I need to hear what happened here.
God damn it! You can't make it up.
The Philippines, Thailand, like women that can speak very little English. Women that don't have education.
Girl, you're wrong. School system in the Philippines, both private and public, use English. Textbooks, examinations, discussions inside classrooms, everything English.
Why do they people?
And English should not be even the basis of someone else's intellectual capabilities.
Yeah,
it's
like
just a
they don't speak a language.
I see that this woman is just like very salty about Americans going to exploring their options outside United States to look for their wife material partner.
Exactly.
And I'm not saying I'm taking pride of like because Filipinos are willing to like submit to men. No, because we are naturally nursing and very loving and caring towards our loved ones. It doesn't matter if it's our partner, our family, our parents, our siblings, whatever, relatives, whatever. If we love them, we care for them and we take care of them. Period. That's it. Don't be
So hold on. Let's get this straight. She's basically saying that she's okay with taking care of someone who she actually cares for because that's the way you show that you care about people, by taking care of them.
What's the problem with that?
For them to
Why
show
is
them
that
how
even
much
a
you care. Kind of
conversation?
sounds like common sense. And instead of demonizing and pushing away the attributes that make her the woman who she is that men find attractive, she actually embraces it. All while still coming off as a woman who won't let you walk over them. That's what I just saw there.
Exactly. She looks so pretty. She's taking care of herself. She looks respectful. You see that she has confidence, respect towards herself. You don't look at her and you're like, oh, poor soul, you know, how naive you are. No, you can see that she knows what she's talking about. She's educated, smart, and also she's nurturing, and she would not mind being someone's wife and having kids with a person.
And this is something that people should really try to understand. A lot of people from other countries know how to speak multiple languages. I think sometimes as Americans, we get this idea that we know so much and everybody else around the globe doesn't really get it. So I just think it's interesting how she kind of said that men go to other countries where people speak very little English, when in actuality, people from other countries are better at knowing our language than we are at knowing their language. Moral of the story is, when you have a culture that embraces and actually emphasizes women connecting to their natural God-given ability to be nurturing and caring, they'll usually gravitate towards that because it's not seen as some type of evil villain where if you do that, you're less than, or you have to compete against men. Therefore, you cannot be the women you are naturally meant to be.
Men think they're so much more important than they are. Like,
that's what
we don't even need y'all for a good nut no more.
Yeah.
Like,
like that rose that you were advertising. And even if they are there, if it's mediocre, it's not worth it anyways.
Look like the Big Shirley twins then got themselves a podcast.
Ay, 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 mamacita. Ay, ay, ay.
Good for them. Now, no, but seriously, there's a lot I want to say about this that I could, but I'm going to keep it on topic. And whenever you hear women kind of talk like this and they act like men are useless, you just sound miserable. Let's be honest. That's what you sound like. You sound miserable. You sound like the person that wanted to get into the hottest club, wanted to get into the VIP section, but then when they were denied, all of a sudden, it's whack. Oh, it's not all of that anyway. You don't really care or even want to be a part of it anyway. Listen.
To be honest, I feel like women like this end up all alone in bed, crying, missing someone's touch, hug, love. You know, there's one thing about men that, like, I just speak from my side, from my opinion. It's like, it's not only, or it's not just the fact that men can help you out tremendously if you're a woman, like physically with around the house and everything. But there is something about men who care about you and love you, the way they selflessly take care of you at some point in life. Like, there's so many times when I was in a relationship, I was like, why do you even love me? Like, what? Like, I'm not giving even half what you are doing to me, you know? And a lot of times it is the truth. Like, men really, like, when they love someone and when they take care of someone, they really give a lot, and they take care of their women a lot. But I feel like also, of course, with women it happens as well, but there is something about women where they count the goodness sometimes, and men just don't think about it at all. They just do it.
Let me say this. I'm never going to be a part of that camp that says all women are useless, because I might have a daughter one day. So if I'm going to label all women as useless, I'm talking about a potential daughter I may have one day.
Yeah.
And that's going to be pretty ridiculous and just ill-informed for me to say.
True.
But I will say this. There are women like these women who are useless because they refuse to bring anything to the table, because they refuse to better themselves, because they think the fact that they're just women is enough to offer to a man.
That's terrible.
And listen, I worked in fitness for 10 plus years. So I'm not trying to rag on anyone who has weight issues.
Yeah, okay.
But I really can't take a woman who doesn't take good care of herself physically that serious when she says men are useless. Because all that tells me is, what men are you having the opportunity to even speak to? And I don't think I would be making...
Oh, come on. Like, let's not go there. There are men who like chubbier women or thicker women. But also, you don't know the reason why these women are chubbier or thicker. Maybe they have some illness or other issues, and maybe they cannot just lose the weight. It's not like a choice all the time. I would say if it is a choice and you know firsthand that that person is literally not taking care of themselves by choice, then you maybe can judge. But other than that, I don't think you should judge.
Breaking news by saying this, but I'm guessing the men she's speaking to aren't the men she wants, because she doesn't have access to them and probably never will.
Y'all could not wait to send me this post just to be loud and wrong. All
Wait,
right,
before he says what he says, according to a new study, single women in the country are outpacing men in being homeowners. Single women own roughly 10.7 million homes in America compared to 8.1 million owned by single men. They're okay. All right. Now, what would be the reason for this?
Send me nothing from spiritual world like that proves a point. Spiritual world don't know nothing. So anyway, home ownership is driven by income, right? And we know women don't make more than men. Women make 83 cents on the dollar in comparison to men. And the reason it's being is because women don't work the same dangerous jobs and they do not work the same amount of hours.
That's true.
All right, that's just how it pans out. Don't get mad at me. It's the stats.
Yeah.
Now, the first reason for this is men die first. All right. And before a man dies, it's usually very important for him to make sure somebody gets the home. If you're married, who else gets it other than the wife? Look at your own families. A lot of y'all grandmothers passed down the house after she died. Now, the second reason. All right. Women.
So did he try to say with the fact that men die first is that after they died, these women become single and they own a house because the man died? So that's where statistically more women own houses than men?
Filed for divorce at a 75% clip amongst all cultures. And a lot of times y'all are awarded the house in the midst of the divorce. The divorce decree was stated. All right. Number 3, how many government assistance programs are aimed at helping single mothers buy homes? For all of these reasons, it makes sense how y'all may own more homes.
Yeah.
So, what you gonna say now? This is mortgages. This is my lane. I know
Like
mortgages.
he literally just stated all the facts. This study is like, what is the study trying to say? Like, make up your mind. Like, what is the conclusion of this? What are you trying to say by the fact that single women own roughly more homes in America than men? Like, oh, women are more, maybe like in their mind, they want to say something like women are more the smarter with their money, like the choices they use to use their money. They do the smarter way. The men are just wasting their money. They're more dumber. Like they're dumber. Not more dumber. That's not a sentence. Like, are they trying to say that? Because this guy literally
a lot of y'all
said
never even heard of Lemon Tree. But we saying all this to say what? Y'all are annoying. All y'all want to do is compete. All right, I can do this by myself. Well, just do it by yourself and leave everybody alone. Don't nobody care. You still gonna be having sex, wasting bodies. So you could either do that or just get a man.
You know, and I think he makes a lot of good points there, because I think it's really important in today's kind of headline news society that you have to kind of dig further than the surface level and what it's telling you.
Yeah.
Because usually
never trust life.
That's where the truth really lies. Women do get more government assistance. That's not an opinion. That's a fact. Women are more likely to be awarded the home in a divorce settlement. And honestly, men don't think about buying a home until they have a family. Single men aren't out here buying homes like single moms and single women do. And I'm sure if we dig deeper into it, we'll understand it doesn't have as much to do with finances, because men still make more money than women in today's society.
Yeah.
But instead, it has much more to do with the fact that men are just more simple. A single man is going to be far more simple. He'd rather rent a condo or an apartment, something where he'll be able to have more flexibility than being attached to a home where he has to have all this maintenance and doesn't even have a family that he's keeping in it.
True, because he's a single man. That kind of makes sense. Because single women a lot of time think about safety and security and insurance. And they think a lot of times about owning stuff before becoming, before having a partner, because they know once they do have a partner, they get married and they have kids, they have to give up all of their money or business or whatever to become a mom. And then they try to literally do it all beforehand. So when they are single, they have these ideas that they have to earn as much money, save as much, be careful with the money. While men don't think like that because they have their whole time to make money, you know, their whole life they can just work. Buying my boyfriend a bunch of gifts to heal his inner child and make sure he gets the Christmas he never get as a kid. While the father is in the background watching. Yeah, why don't you buy him more stuff that he will not have time to... That's just a controller though. Oh, there is a PlayStation. Oh, that's cool. Now, don't blame him if he has no time for date nights no more. She bought 2 controllers though, which means they can game together, okay? There are no excuses. Damn, with God of War as well.
Anyway, guys, give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video. As always, let me know what you think down in the comment section below. If you haven't already, hit that like and subscribe button to continue enjoying more content. And you already know. Until next time.
You didn't say it this time. Let's go. Do you think he will know? Do you think he will actually understand? Prediction results with no. Guys, you lost. You lost points. See details. Oh my goodness. You actually lost 3.6k versus 58 channel points. Bro, whoever actually said no got so much points.